Welcome my friends back to Marvel Snap. Now I've been using my powers of language deduction and I have discovered that the Infinaut is the card with a name that is closest to infinite rank, meaning that he must be the best way to be able to get there, right? I see no problems with this logic, but even if you do, this is still an exceptional list. It is very popular right now, and the key here to be able to play around it is knowing when to snap, when to press your advantage, and when to retreat when you realize that you don't have the chance to be able to win the game. The deck is very telegraphed in what it is able to do, but the Infinaut coming down as a 20 strength lane winner is somewhat inevitable. When he is able to hit the board, he has one of the highest win rates of any card in the entire game. So 620, our headline card, if you played a card last turn, you can't play this. Well, with a stat line like 620, the play restriction had to be very extreme. So our whole game plan revolves around easing the pain of this play restriction. To that end, we have his brother Sunspot, a 1/1, the most popular one drop in the game as well. At the end of each turn, gain +1 power for each unspent energy. We can stockpile a lot of unspent energy. All the extra energy can go into Sunspot to be able to let him expand in power. So on that turn 5 pass, we'll still be able to get +5 power on the board if we have the Sunspot deployed. And if he is going to be gaining a lot of power through a lot of energy expenditure, then we really need to be able to protect him with the armor here. Because Killmonger is so popular right now, we don't want to lose all of the energy that we're putting into the Sunspot. Now, with the Infinaut coming down to be able to win a lane solo, that leaves us with the rest of the deck to try and win the second lane. To that end, we have Storm, trying to play a couple early plays and then storm to the location, cut off the opponent's late game chances of filling in the location. We should be able to match their tempo, win this lane, lock it down, and then only worry about the Infinaut afterwards. To be able to help facilitate winning that location with the Storm, you could play Sunspot to Storm's location. You can also follow up behind with Jessica Jones, who's going to make it in on turn 4 on that last turn that the location is open. And then you can't play to that location afterwards. Jessica Jones is going to be able to grow up to the 8 strength and be very hard for the opponent to match the tempo. Our second avenue for being able to win a lane is through stacking Angela with a number of other just highly efficient cards such as the Lizard, Iceman, Scorpion for early plays that can help control limit what the opponent is able to do. And then we can drop the Jessica Jones on that stack as well, which should be enough to surmount what the opponent is capable of matching. We also have the Jubilee here as a shot in the dark at being able to thin out the Infinaut. It could also be a chance to be able to pull the America Chavez. If we're playing a 4-cost card to be able to pull Chavez from the deck, then we're quite happy indeed. The final tech piece that we have is the Hobgoblin, able to get in at the opponent's side of the board, mess up their plans if they are stacking a single location, and then that stack or combination of cards is going to be pivotal for them winning the game. The Hobgoblin can break all of that up and give us another path toward victory. Let's dive into battle and show how the deck can play out. My favorite list is up above. Oh, if we could draw the Infinaut right here, right now. No, okay. There was a while where Project Pegasus was the hot location. You could turn 1 play the Infinaut and it was absolutely incredible. Let's go in with the Angela. And then, honestly, Iceman Storm feels quite nice. We can follow up next turn with the Lizard. How is the opponent going to be able to match this? Well, if they played a turn 1 Infinaut, then they might be able to match it. What do you have? What do you have? Oh, if it's a turn 1 Infinaut after I wasn't able to get it, I'm going to be so mad. Flip, flip, flip. Come on. It was? Are you kidding me? You are insane. Okay. Are we able to recover? Maybe. But, well, as I was cut off saying, the list up above, if you guys are missing any cards, want to talk optimizing the deck in any way, just leave me a comment down below. Read all the comments and love talking snap down there. We're going to clone the Lizard, just because 2/5 is the stat line that I would like to play multiple times. After our opponent, understanding that this is a kind of mirror match, we can anticipate exactly what other tools the opponent has at their disposal. And after the Infinaut is gone, they don't have that much. So hopefully we can find a way to be able to win our other 2 lanes. What's the opponent waiting on? You have 4 cards in hand, 2 energy? My guy. Lizard to Lizard? Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, we are playing the exact same deck bar. Sinister. Interesting. The Sunspot could be a winning play to the bar Sinister. Honestly, I think it is. Is the opponent going to Storm here on turn 3? They have enough energy to storm. If they have storm in hand, they would probably recognize that it's beneficial for them to lock down Bar Sinister and then just try and win cloning vats. We have the Hobgoblin, hopefully to be able to score against the opponent, and then the Chavez that could let us get the win. We'd have to draw into the Hobgoblin, but we know the Chavez is coming on turn 6. We also have Jubilee to potentially thin our Infinaut from the deck, which would be amazing. And here we get all of our Sunspots. I love it. They're now, anytime that we pass with unspent energy, we're gaining +4 power at this location. They all have to tick over one at a time. Okay, okay. Can't have that animation run back to... Oh, we get the Hobgoblin. Beautiful. Let's go with... I mean, do I care about the armor? Not particularly. But I don't really want to stock up on the Lizard either. I mean, it's the same. On the offhand chance that the opponent doesn't fill in the location, that is a little bit better than the armor. I don't have anything that they're going to be able to destroy. Do they have something they think will pass the Sunspot? They might. But if they play here and then we're able to sail the Hobgoblin across to be in a winning position... Oh, we're going to be so set. It's very tense. Weighing all the moves. Weighing if you play on curve or if you pass to put the extra energy on the Sunspot. Very curious what else the opponent has. The Mr. Fantastic is a little bit of a deviation from our deck. They are filling the location. Okay. Ah, they have the Nightcrawler. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. So Bar Sinister is looking great. Now we could full pass here and bluff drawing, having the Infinaut. That's where we can come in with the mind games. I think the opponent, obviously if they're playing this deck, they understand that we are piloting the same deck. And if they think that we have the Infinaut in hand to be able to hit against them, they might just retreat. We could also play the Hobgoblin, anticipating that they're going to move the Nightcrawler and have an open space. But that is really risky. But is it any more risky than just passing to bluff the Infinaut? We could also play Jubilee to try and thin the Infinaut from the deck. Which is a 1 in 4. So we have a 25% chance of that. Then we have to weigh that against the percent chance that the opponent just retreats. Then we have to weigh that against the percentage chance we could sail the Hobgoblin over. I'm going to take the 25% chance on the Jubilee. Oh, it could go anyway. Let's see. They do move. They play in. Okay, so Hobgoblin was not the way. They're going full Mr. Fantastic. Incredible. Incredible. So that's giving them plus, what, plus 8 to the cloning vats? If we can pull the Infinaut in, I just want to be able to reel the Infinaut in. It would still be the win. Ah, let's go. Hey-yo. Now, if the opponent, let's see, they probably play the Chavez, but the Chavez takes them. Yeah, they don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. After they got the free Infinaut on turn 1 because of Project Pegasus to not be able to finish. Oh my gosh. What a game. Hats off to the opponent. In fact, if they have a way to be able to win this that I haven't realized, props to them as well. If they're running the Shang-Chi, they kill us. I'm still going to put 8 cubes on the line. Yes! Victory! Listen, if you say that win was luck, what was this? Turn 1. We were able to battle back. Into our next one, and we have a nice little early drop set here. These are a bunch of cards that we didn't play in the previous game. I don't know if anything is going to top that win. I'm high on that previous one. So we got the Iceman to be able to slow down the opponent, increase the cost of cards in their hand. Now we're going to make all of their cards less powerful with the Scorpion. We've got the Jess Jones, we have the Jubilee to potentially thin the Infinaut. I really like throwing out the Jubilee to be able to thin either Chavez or the Infinaut out. And then it lets you better calculate what you're drawing on the final turn, etc., etc. Find a lot of value out of the Jubilee. In fact, we could put her here at a Xandar to be able to absorb yet another buff as well. Let's go ahead and play the Angela, though. Holding off on the armor a little bit here. Figure out the right spot to deploy the Jess Jones, see what we draw into. The opponent playing Forge, so they're playing a movement deck. Movement deck, very powerful. I love it. Personal favorite archetype. What is the Forge going to be able to buff? If it buffs the multiple man, okay, it buffs the Vulture. I was going to say, if it buffs the multiple man, we're definitely in trouble. Because the early buffs on a multiple man with what the deck can do is just nasty. We'll play the Jess Jones here, and then wait. I think I do pull Jubilee to Xandar. What are our options? We have 5 cards in deck. We're looking at Lizard, Infinaut, Chavez, Hobgoblin, and Storm. Ooh. Movement with a Shang-Chi to kill the monster. That is nasty. But once the opponent sees that... hold on. Do we just full pass? Now that we have Infinaut? We gain the +4 on the Jess Jones. If the opponent moves Vulture... I don't know, we don't have much tempo on board. Losing that monster was a big swing. Here's the thing. If you do the full pass to set up the Infinaut, the opponent understands that's what you're doing. And if they have pressure across the board, you can only win one lane with the Infinaut. Even if it's overkill, you're not able to spread his power out any. This could be a situation where we need to make the executive decision to abandon the Infinaut line. I'm going to do it. I don't know if I like it. We'll see if we regret it here based on what the opponent shows. They show Craven, Nightcrawler. Interesting. So in this situation, would we have been able to win backing it up with the Infinaut? I'm not sure. They really didn't accomplish very much on that turn because they weren't winning all 3 locations. They would have had to play to flip Murder World. We still would have only been able to turn 1 against them. We got the Hobgoblin to sail across. I feel pretty strong here at Xandar winning. And then the problem is if they drop Heimdall, it looks like they're going to be able to take it from us. We can of course play the Chavez. It's better than playing the armor. Yeah. We can buff the Angela. Be able to bring this location back up by 11 to 15. If they bring this block across, there could be a chance here. There could be a chance. The opponent hasn't snapped. Is this the Heimdall? If it's the Heimdall, it looks like... Okay, yes. But he got hit with the negative from the Scorpion. So they're winning Murder World far and away. Ah, we got it. Man, we tripped out the Heimdall as well. I was very worried because of the Heimdall being able to come and play the Xandar, but because he got clipped by the Scorpion, this is why we play the Scorpion, guys. It slowed him down enough to the point that they couldn't just play the Heimdall to the Xandar to get the win. Now, in hindsight for them, it still would have been better, because with the Xandar buff, then they would have gone up to 8, and they would have tied, and then it would have been margin of victory. They were up by 12, but then we would have been up by... hang on, would we have been up by more? We would have been up by 12, it would have been a dead tie? Okay, well, the opponent at best could have tied there. Fantastic. All right, a brilliant opening hand for us right here, and the Infinaut as well. I love to see it. So we have the Vault. We could storm the Vault, but as a general rule, you want to storm the rightmost location. It does depend a little bit on what the locations are. Gosh. I would like the Scorpion to be at the same location that we end up storming. And I don't really... Yeah, okay, we'll get into the Vault. Here's the thing, the movement deck is still able to get into the leftmost location, so we can take the Shot of the Dark as to this one, whatever it is. If it restricts our ability to play here, then we're unhappy. If it's wide open, then we're fine, which is going to be the majority of the time. So they play Domino to the Vault, so that's fine. Mirror Dimension is going to turn into either Machine World or the Vault. So now we storm it. After storming it, we'll play the Jess Jones, and then we'll just wait for the Infinaut. We would have liked to be able to see the Sunspot as an early drop, but it didn't come around. Should be fine anyway. What does the opponent show? The Killmonger. Just a blank. This is a tempo Killmonger. And he's only 2 power because of the Scorpion. Alright. I feel like we snap on that. The opponent is not showing. They haven't even established an Angela or a Bishop, something that could legitimately contest the Infinaut. They haven't shown that it's going to be a Devil Dino line with the Domino and the Killmonger, frankly. Just Jones to Just Jones. Well, when I have Scorpion and Storm as well, we should be able to win that. They could have a way to be able to get a helping hand over there, but my guess is they will not. No, we wait. The opponent knows we have to play the Machine World. The great thing about this deck is that you're coming from behind with the Infinaut, so the opponent will always have initiative on that final turn, and even if they know where you're going to play the Infinaut, they still cannot kill it with the Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi flipping first will not be able to get the destruction off. We've got the White Tiger. Oh! White Tiger would have been a spicy, spicy finish. They could still have the Odin to be able to make it possible. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Infinaut coming in. Is the opponent going to take it? Getting that +7 to the flooded location would have been the game. It is the Odin. Bounce left, bounce left. Kick left. Ah! Oh, another win. Angela, Scorpion, Lizard, and then the Jess Jones. So looking to be able to make our stack of our efficient 2-drops and then the efficient 4-drop as well. Filling up the location and then waiting for the Infinaut drop. If we get the Sunspot here to turn 3 play, we'd still be very happy. This could be a world though where we have to be able to win without any of those tools. It'd be fun if we got the Sunspot and then just bluffed our way for an Infinaut win. This deck really teaches... Ah, we do get the Sunspot. Fantastic. Okay, let's stack here. The deck really teaches retreating and snapping. It really helps you hone in on those skills. Get the hub. Going to give Apocalypse. Not going to use Apocalypse, but I will take my Scorpion Sunspot here. Get the buffs on the Angel. They've got the Electro. Hang on, did the hub just give you Electro and you thought you were going to give it a try, my friend? Created by the hub. Alright. So now the opponent has gotten +1 max energy, but ongoing they can only play 1 card per turn. Not really where I would want to be if I was them. But maybe they have a deck that's going to be able to make use of it, jumping the energy curve, playing 2 6-drops. I don't know. Not a lot of Pool 2 decks want to do this. I'm very curious. They've got the Professor X. Okay, so they were able to rush in for that win. We snap, and then we pass. What are you going to do? I'm going to get an extra 5 on the Sunspot. You can keep on trying at Fisk Tower, sure, but then I'm going to drop the Infinaut on you. I'm getting the +4 from the Jess Jones as well, so we're still accruing 9 power on the board. That takes us up to 20. I don't think that you can, in 2 spaces, be able to match me up to 20. No, if they full pass... I guess they could be playing a Infinaut deck. If they full pass here, then we have to really do some soul searching as to what is going on. What is it? 60 Whiskey planning. They're snapping back. What's the game plan? Come on, when you see the Sunspot, the Jess Jones, you know it's Infinaut. They play Hulk. That's spicy. Very spicy. Ooh. So, they can play 1 more card. They just need a +5 power here to be able to win Fisk Tower, to be in combo with the hub. They could also just try and play to Machine World. I'm surprised that they played to Fisk Tower rather than dropping Hulk solo to the Machine World. I guess then they knew they were competing up against the Infinaut. What if we just play Lizard and then put an extra 4 energy on the Sunspot? Do we think that they have yet another large card to be able to match 9 power here at Fisk Tower? 8 cubes are on the line. Alright. I legitimately think that this is better than playing the Infinaut. Am I insane? Maybe. Oh. The claw? Hang on. Oh.
Victory.
by 1 point. Oh my gosh, I'm still coming off the adrenaline of some of those wins, guys. Those were some amazing matches up against my opponents. Good game to everybody there. Incredible mind games around the Infinaut. So I said at the beginning, that's a very telegraphed deck as to what you're able to do. But honestly, when the rules are simple as to what you want to do, that's where you get the most creativity around breaking the rules and then playing the mind games with the opponents, carrying out some huge cube swings there. I love the deck. I do. I don't play the Infinaut very often, but after today, I think I might play it even more. Let me know how the deck serves you. If you give it a try, subscribe to the channel to be able to see our future deck content. Really excited with a lot of projects here for Marvel Snap. So until next time, thank you guys for watching and keep on snapping.